everybody, and welcome to the 42 Show, where we ask you the important questions in life, such as those little cubes of tofu. Who in their right mind thought that was a reasonable replacement for chicken? Come on, give me a break. All that and more coming up as soon as we spin the wheel of doom. Oh, wrong button. There it is.
Fix.
Oh, no, it's me.
Oh, dunk is up.
Oh, dear. Right, yeah. Carbooms! A man's makeshift bumper made out of duct tape and wires and strapped to the side of his vehicle was mistaken for a car bomb. Officers were called to Murfreesboro in Tennessee after calls about a car appearing to have a bomb strapped to the side of doors. Sitting outside the First Watch restaurant on Medical Center Parkway on Tuesday, the car had wires connected to a suction cup on the inside door handle. Why? Federal, yeah, it makes no sense. Federal, state, and local officers responded to the threat. All the businesses and shopping plazas were evacuated as a precaution, and schools were shut down and placed into lockdown. After some time, the police department supervisor reached the owner of the car by phone. He was standing with the other evacuees across the street the entire time, unaware that it was his car that prompted the bomb to threat.
He's standing there talking to everybody. I can't believe this, like this is crazy. Look at all this. Wait, they're going to my car.
Yeah, hello? My phone's ringing. Hang on, my phone's ringing. It's the police.
What an idiot.
Oh, it's very funny. Yeah, public information officer for the police fire rescue said, we had a massive response to this location to find out it was a man who was trying to prevent his car from being dented. Yeah, look at it. That's not going to prevent it being dented.
What the hell are the wires for?
No. Why is it connected to a suction cup on the inside? In case it falls off, I suppose? I don't know. But since there was no intent to cause harm, the police department said the man will not be charged or set off. Oh, what a shame the bomb disposal team just had to come round there and just blow it up to shit.
Oh my God, that is funny, man.
Yeah, cars in Tennessee are instantly combusting spontaneously. Oh dear, putting bumpers on the outside of it. What a wally! Right, next.
That's funny, man. Dave, where are we going?
Oh, it's me. So in World's Gonna End news, a city-sized comet is racing towards the Earth, and it has regrown its horns after massive volcanic eruption. Try and picture this. The comet, 12 Pepons Brooks, named after a twat, obviously, which will make its closest approach to Earth next year, has re-sprouted its distinctive, quote, horns after its second major eruption in 4 months. Just like the previous eruption, a cloud of ice and gas emitted what looks like a gigantic pair of horns. Have we got an image of that, Dick, by any chance?
Could it be
Yeah, there we go.
I have. You must have changed something because I just don't have this in your list.
Ah. Well, there it is.
Yeah.
Describe it.
Yeah, I think it might be the link that you put in it from. Never mind.
Put your fingers on your head like little horns, And
there we go.
There we go, like that.
The comment, I can't keep it in screen, I'm afraid, otherwise I'll just mess up the microphone. Sorry. Hope you don't mind me just getting close to your ears. The comet is a cryovolcanic comet, which means it's a cold volcano. It's a solid nucleus with an estimated diameter of about 30 kilometers, and it's filled with a mix of ice, dust, and gas known as cryomagma. It's founded by a fuzzy cloud of gas called coma.
The comet actually made a statement. It was very disappointed to see no dinosaurs, and therefore it's just going to keep moving on until there's something worth killing on this planet.
Yeah, everybody down there seems to be doing a pretty darn good without me. They don't need my help.
Turn around, got scared of us. So yeah, let's make that a short one then.
Yeah,
Let's go straight back to Dick.
Yeah, I have to double check things because I think you've changed something since we did our thing. But here, now we covered what was it? Kia cars that were exploding, catching fire.
Oh yeah.
Well, and cars in Tennessee.
Yeah, that's true too. But here, so GM is not immune. It turns out they've been going through a huge recall with the Chevy Bolt, their little electric thingamabobber. And so some owners are getting a battery replacement because they're just completely faulty. LG made the batteries, if you care to know. I think it's important in this story. But others whose battery packs aren't affected yet have been, have been offered a $1,400 payment and the software update they can have put in their car to monitor the battery pack more closely to see if it's going to fail in the future and be dangerous or anything. And this is coming on the heels of an almost finished class action lawsuit. So it looks like GM's trying to get like ahead of things and, trying to fix, yeah. But it turns out that the Chevy Bolts were a design nightmare from 2020 to 2022. So not only should you be warned of this if you have one, but if your next door neighbor has one and your garages are close together and stuff, maybe you should encourage him to, use a long cable and park it at the end of the driveway, or you know what I mean? Like, there's an ongoing problem right now with expensive new fancy cars being utter garbage and being an actual danger.
It's kind of cool they're looking into ways to monitor the situation, but it doesn't exactly put a lot of confidence in the
Stop.
Yeah. We know it's going to fail and screw your crap up so bad it's not funny, but could we put software in there just so we could watch it happen and giggle in the background? Like, what, really?
You'll get an email from them saying, "Oh, just to let you know, your car's on fire."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it turns out it was our battery pack. Damn it! Sorry about that.
Yeah, we're monitoring it, and your house is burned down.
Oh, did you hear that crash? That was your big bay front window.
You'll just get one of those little pop-ups that says, "Would you like to send the diagnostics? Send, don't send."
Yeah.
It's on fire. Sorry, you can't
Too late.
touch the screen.
Yeah, you weren't fast enough.
So yeah, where are you going, Dave? Where are we headed? Let's see if it even works. Oh, is it?
What?
It's me. Yeah, okay. Yeah. We're talking about things, spontaneously demolishing themselves.
Yeah.
An Atlanta homeowner describes coming home back from vacation to find that a company accidentally demolished a home that she owned. I'm just left with a big old mess, says Susan Hudson said. Susan Hudson can't even begin to process how her long-time family property ended in a pile of rubble. It started while she was on vacation and received a call from a neighbor. Look at that guy. Look at that.
Yeah. So here, you get to the neighbor,
Yeah, so the neighbor calls and says, did you hire somebody to tear down your house next door to me? It's been boarded up for about 15 years. And I said, no, there's someone over here who just demolished the whole house and tore the entire house down, Hodgson said. Yeah, well, there's a bit more to this story. There's a bit more to this story because this, I don't know if you wander around news sites very often, but as we do the research for this show, it's on just about every.
This story is
it's everywhere,
and they're all using almost the same script, right?
It's the same copy each time, and it's all about this poor woman. She went away on holiday. She's come back. She's lost the family home. The family home. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's terrible. She hasn't lived there for 15 years. She's been boarded up for 15 years. Now I did a bit of research on this. I spent about half an hour on Google Street View, Had a little wander around. Was it what was it? The Lakeside Avenue in Atlanta, and you can see there's the picture of the neighbour's house, and Dick's brought up on screen. There's Street View with the neighbour's house. There's the neighbour's house.
Yeah.
Now, Dick.
Now, look,
What do
let
you
me
like
just-
to pan?
Well, hold on. Let me just point out. See, red house, white trim. The neighbors. There's the destroyed house in front. Red house,
Yeah.
white trim. That's the neighbor. Okay.
That's the neighbour. Who
And
called up.
that's the house.
Zoom in. Da, 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 da. That's the precious family home
Yeah.
that got demolished by accident.
This is current as of. Oh no, that won't work.
No,
see
don't
at the
change-
bottom.
don't change it.
Look, you can just see it at the bottom. It's highlighted in blue. January 2023.
Now, the only reason why we picked that picture because the most relevant, the recent one is full of green and you can't see much of the house.
But
this
here's
shows the house.
Here's January 2019. Right? And now what do you see when you hear what do you hear in your head when you see that?
Well, I don't even understand why they even had to demolish it. All they had to do was just blow at it.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there are no pigs available. Oh, no, the pigs have run away.
Yeah. There were no
The
pigs
wolf was
protecting
just-
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
The wolf just came in with a big JCB and just twatted it.
I mean, what? Did she get sick of taking rent from crack addicts, and just decided to board it up?
Well, that's the thing. It's been boarded up for 15 years. She didn't even take money off crack addicts. It's just been rotting.
I got to give her credit then. Yeah.
And if you actually just scroll through the years, and not you personally, Dick, but if you actually did that on the Street View, you can actually slowly see the house. You can see the house slowly get in a better condition.
It's a feel good story.
Yeah.
It's
Scrolling away your life.
It's a bloody Karen whining on the internet about a shitty pile of crap. Oh,
Are
dear.
you boarding up your house?
Although we are doing a fundraiser to rebuild her roof, so yeah. So far we've raised $50 of the $55 total needed.
Yeah, exactly.
Just a bit of tarpaulin and some polythene would do
No,
it,
we
I
just
think.
have to finish cutting that one tree down, and boom, it's over.
So there you go, folks. Don't get too excited when you read the news and and see these stories, because usually there's something else behind the story. And we did the come on, give us credit. We did the search. We did search into this. We found out. So no one else bothered in the news. We did it.
This is where you come for the big news, fellow babies. Cue the music.
I think that bit of work's worth at least a little super chat, but never mind.
So
Right,
okay, where are we now?
baby.
Yeah, see,
It's
somebody
Dave.
reversed
It's
the
Charlie
order,
Shop.
but that's okay. All right, here we go. So Dave's up.
This is definitely the charity shop. All good. Charity shop in Swansea, which is in a place. It's actually in an English county called Wales. Charity shop in Swansea asks people not to donate sex toys. This is a very real thing. Bernardo's customers have been asked to refrain from donating, quote, used and unused marital aids, as they aren't quite the sort of toys we're looking for. Just so you know, Bernardo's is a children's charity. In a social media post, the Bernardo's branch in Gursinon sounds Viking. Anyway,
Sounds
Swansea,
inviting.
was keen to remind people that it is a children's charity, and it said it has a, quote, range of ages on its volunteer team. We therefore ask you to refrain from donating your used and unused marital aids, the branch said in a statement.
I think these people are out of date, because a lot of those things are not so much marital aids as just, Friday night replacements when you can't be bothered with that guy you had a date with or whatever, or I don't know, but you know what I mean,
Well,
Yeah.
no, these days they're called collectibles, I think.
Yeah, sometimes it's like a date that doesn't complain,
According to Banana's website, other items its branch cannot accept include car booster seats, mattresses, electric blankets, and white goods such as washing machines and fridge freezers.
Interesting.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. They were also reminded that the branch has CCTV as well. So we traced back to their owners.
So don't use the toys before donating because you'll be on camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't use them in the parking lot before you give them up. So something that's a little bit more serious here. Well, a lot more. It's the hot news, I guess you could say. But in a smaller place in Maine, of all places, there is a manhunt going on right now. I'm sure you've heard about it. A couple of places got shot up, 18 people dead, and yeah, it's all kinds of horrible. Absolutely. Let's see, 18 people were killed, 13 wounded in a mass shooting that was at a bowling alley and a bar, and sent panicked people scrambling under tables. Well, you know what would happen if somebody started shooting up the place, right? You don't stand up and go, "Pardon me, sir, but do you have any Grey Poupon?" Like it's not going to happen, right? Schools, doctor's offices, grocery stores, everybody closed down. People locked it up, the whole 9 yards. But yeah, people are flipping out. Like Stephen King here, 50 miles from where he lives, and he's a small town kind of guy. Everybody's read his stuff, everybody comes from a town of 4,000 or whatever, he loves that. But this is this whole, the perception of the mass shooting kind of thing. And unbelievable. I can't even, as somebody who was born in 1970, I can't understand how many times mass shooting comes up in the news in a year. Like, shouldn't this be something that happens like twice in your lifetime? Not every couple of freaking months.
And can I shit on an argument a lot of the pro-gun people who use here? They talk about, people should be trained to use guns properly and all this sort of stuff, because that way, they have a bit more respect about the gun. The guy was a U.S. Army reservist, trained to use guns.
Oh, yeah.
He knows how to use guns. Training, don't give me any of that shit anymore.
Training of a weapon, yay or nay or whatever, has nothing to do with one's mental situation devolving to a point where they're willing to go out and just start killing people, right? It's all of those arguments are null and void. This is like signs of serious mental health crises that are completely being ignored by society and need to be starting to, people have to start looking at this a little bit deeper. You got, some guy that's walking down the street talking to himself. You don't just take a step back and make sure that you're not involved and go. Maybe that's a moment to, take a picture from afar, go to an agency and say, hey, somebody needs help and whatnot. But this has nothing to do with gun ownership and stuff. So let's not get the argument wrong. This is the mental capacity to go out and kill en masse just because you're angry about something. I mean, it's ridiculous.
And you can't argue that it just seems to be a massive American issue.
Well, there's been a couple in Canada as well, and I think it's more indicative of this modern social media, I'm always right, you're always wrong approach that some people get to things and then take into the real world. So instead of just blocking people on social media, you have a gun. But there's a mental health crisis going on if people think that shooting up a bowling alley is the answer to their problems. We got issues, man. Holy crap.
North America is looking pretty fucking stupid. Just sort it out.
Yeah, it's out of hand. So maybe we should start saying, press your local government for mental health issues and solutions and stuff as well, because there's got to be something to this, right?
People have been doing it for years, Dick.
Yeah. So who's next? I'm lost on the order because I always thought we go clockwise, but somehow it's not. So
Yeah.
Good.
So-
I mean, I'm
Dunk
ready
would be
with
up
the beer
now.
belly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
So yeah, we're going to go with an eerie story. Ooh, a very eerie story. A woman went to a clinic after struggling to sleep for days.
Oh.
With doctors found a spider crawling around in her ear. The 64-year-old from Taiwan felt movement in her left ear for several nights, probably her husband, in April, following the clicking and rustling before deciding to visit her doctors. Doctors then found a small spider moving around in her ear canal upon examination. It had discarded its exoskeleton, otherwise known as the hard body covering, nearby. Why we needed to know that, I don't know. But Dr. Jing Wang, director of the what is this? Otolaryngology department.
Oh, I can't look at that fucking picture. Sorry.
Just scroll up and don't look. Yeah, anyway, he said use a suction tube to suck the spider out and the exoskeleton. He added the woman didn't feel any pain because the spider was very small.
Hopefully somebody wasn't quaffing on the end of that tube and took the spider down the fucking throat, you know? Jesus.
Yeah, third world suction. Yeah. Oh god, that's bad. He said the woman didn't feel any pain. The spider was very small, around about 2 to 3 millimeters. But it's not the first time this sort of thing happened. Dr. Wang also urged the public to get checked if they have the same symptoms. Yeah, if you've got a spider in your ear, please go and see a doctor. How about that? Or an otolaryngology department, wherever that is. If you can find one. Yeah.
Failing that, you can just sort of like dangle a little bit of lettuce or something just outside.
Lettuce. What the spiders like? A fly.
Yeah. You know what they really like is eggs Benedict.
Now, when I was a little kid, I did actually have this thing crawling around in my ear, and it got pulled out by a neighbour, and it did turn out to be an earwig. You're like,
you were going to say it turned out to be their cat.
But that was unbearable having this thing in your ear just going. Yeah, and to see the fucking thing come out.
Hey,
it's like that scene in Wrath of Khan. Shoot it!
Yeah, Alien. Yeah.
Oh dear.
But you still need me. Okay, so let's see. Then we go to Dave. Okay, so we're getting low on time, so pick your articles carefully.
Sure. We'll go straight to the beer belly wrestling and the mud jewel to feature in first Florida Man Games. This is fantastic. The games will offer an opportunity to live like a Florida man for a day, and was inspired by headlines detailing the outlandish behavior of individuals in the state. And, quote, evading arrest obstacle course, unquote, where real police officers chase participants, is the headline event at a bizarre competition in Florida that will poke fun at its own citizens. The Florida Man phenomenon, for those who don't know, is an internet mainstay for around about a decade, thanks largely to a Twitter account that posts real headlines detailing the outlandish behavior of people from Florida. So you would just type Florida Man and then your birthday.
Outlandish behavior from Florida. It's 2 or 3 times a week on YouTube. Cletus McFarland, check it out. Guy's crazy.
Some of the headlines, just to give you a bit of a flavor, if you've lived under a rock and you've never heard of the Florida Man thing, Florida Man desperate for ride to Hooters calls 911. Florida man arrested for trying to get alligator drunk. And Florida man tries to steal rack of ribs by stashing it down his pants.
Hey, you've all done that.
Oh dear.
Yeah. What's in your pants,
fantastic.
sir? Nothing. Why are they crawling around like that?
It's described as
I
the
see. It's
most insane athletic showdown on earth.
I see it's a young man's sport, so there's
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
So it's basically just a big play park for.
It's
Old
bouncy castles for seniors. Look at this.
Yeah, toe wipeout.
Yeah.
Some of the, if you want to know some of the other names, some of the events going on, there's a Category 5 cash grab, where participants try to grab as much money as they can from a wind booth. I mean, that's just a crystal maze, isn't it, Dunk? Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. And the this is what it's actually called. Quote: weaponized pool noodle mud duel. Whatever that is.
Exactly.
And beard belly wrestling, which is I mean that's a given, really.
Isn't that just men that want to slap their pricks together, but their guts are so big their pricks don't reach, so they slap their guts instead? Like, isn't that what's going on there?
But if you want to watch that, that's I think it's next year, early next year, spring.
I honestly think the sword
book
fighting would be more entertaining, but each to their own.
Yeah.
Well, now you know where Banano should be shipping off that big box of dildos that they can't think to get rid of. Pool noodles. Who needs pool noodles? Use these. Try a butt plug.
the more used, the better.
It's got a bit of mud on this one.
That's funny. Okay, so whose freaking turn is it now? Is it mine?
Yes.
Okay. I am going to rush us through 2 ones. Okay, so really quick here. The U.S. House is now led by an election denier extraordinaire. It happened. Mike Johnson tried overturning the Trump vote. The anti-Trump vote or whatever in 2020, and he's now he's the House Speaker guy. What the action?
Oh, he got elected.
Yeah, so that's y'all got rid of the criminal, and now you put his best friend in power to help. It's just it. I don't really get it. I don't understand American politics that well, but this seems like a step back.
This is the bit where you have to have that clip from Back to the Future with Christopher Lloyd going, "Who's Secretary of the Interior? Mickey Mouse."
yeah, exactly.
Put Goofy in charge.
Yeah. And I'm not trying to offend anybody's political thing or whatnot, but as a Canadian, the whole Trump thing's just a bit comical at this point. He's about to get in serious crap. He's about to get charged or, convicted on a bunch of things and so on. I mean, right here, where is it? He got fined another $10,000 over a comment he made outside court. Like, he can't keep his mouth shut. Fining him $10,000 is like fining me 2 bits. I mean, I don't quite get it, but.
Oh, he was angry about it, though.
Oh, yeah, of course.
It hurt.
Yeah, I have to borrow that money, but
I had to steal it.
Yeah, but
From
I
his
did want to
daughter.
touch on Hurricane Otis left Acapulco battered and in chaos. Now, you think, okay, there's part of a road gone. But, I mean, no, those are just ruined apartment buildings and stuff. And there's some other pictures here. It sucks ass. So,
the bit of road you showed is the only bit that's left.
pretty much, right? There's chaos and panic with shopping and stuff. I remember what happened with COVID and everything and toilet paper freakouts and stuff. Be human, people. Let's not, buy 30 of something when you're pretty sure you could get by with 10, let's not do that, right? But I hope
There's a sale on it, Jimmy Tues.
Yeah. I mean, natural disasters really, really suck because it's not like, people chose to go to war. This just slaps you in the head and there's nothing you can do about it, right?
Yeah. Mother Nature giving you a good slappy
Yeah.
twat.
So, all the best to them, and I hope, your loved ones are safe. Dunk, I think you get the last one. We got 30 seconds here.
Okay, I'll tell you what, we're going to go to the doggy demise.
Okay.
A little sad story. 31-year-old dog in Portugal that had been ranked as the world's oldest dog has just done a parachute jump for the first time. No, sorry. Unfortunately, he died. 31-year-old doggy. Bobby died over the weekend in a veterinary hospital. Not parachute jumping. He lived on a farm in Portugal with 4 cats and was born. That's relevant.
Yeah.
He was born on the May 11th, 1992, when his owner was just 8 years old. Bobby is a breed of Portuguese dog that has an average life expectancy of some 10 to 14 years. I get really worried about this because our little puppy doggy, she's nearly 14 years old now. She's so sweet, so tiny and little and gorgeous. It just breaks my heart to think about it. Breaks my heart to think about it.
This dog
she loves coming on the show, doesn't she, Dick?
Oh yeah. She forces her way on. Trust me. It fights the noise cancel real hard. This dog here, though, really reminds me of Shadow from Homeward Bound, the remake with Michael J. Fox and Sally Field doing a couple of the voices. That's Shadow from Homeward Bound for sure.
We'll miss you, little doggy. Poor old Bobby.
And with that, I think we're done. Yeah. We're good for the night.
So much we didn't cover tonight, so we have to come back tomorrow.
Yes.
But yeah, we have to learn to pace ourselves better.
Absolutely.
Thank yous in the credits. Good night, fellow baby. See ya. Boom. Hey, so huge shout out to CF Beauty for running everything in the background, like Life, the Universe, and everything in it. Moderation team today was CF Beauty herself. Her team consisted of BME, the Croat, Skits Crasher, and PJ CNET. So we thank you all so much for all you do and supporting us and shit.
And before I bother wasting my breath, Dick, are we actually on hotline at the minute? Because you weren't last time.
We're good.
Yeah, all your supporters, people that do the generosity thing of, super chats and, and donations, you really do help keep us going, because you didn't realise we don't have any sponsors on this channel because it just wouldn't work. You've got a VIP pass through our channel membership, and so you can dig into our ear hole with your little spiders. Come and have fun and hit the like and share the video, leave a comment, because those things really help the channel.
They absolutely do. And if you click the notification bell, because we get so many comments underneath the stream every single time that say, I missed it live. Well, you don't have to. You can just click the notification bell, it sends you a notification, and then you'll never miss a stream ever again. I am now on in the Discord as well. I've got my own fallacy clinic. You can come and just basically send me photo. No, it's not that type of fallacy. You could just discussions about debates and techniques that you're going to be become better at making healthy conversations happen. So come and check it out. Completely free.
Good night, everybody. See you soon.
Stay chilly.